Hey everybody, this is Perch. Joe, how are you doing, Joe?
I'm okay, Perch. How are you?
I'm doing great. Hey, you're going to be so good after this. I'm so excited by how happy you're about to be by some brand new news. Are you excited?
I I am. I have no idea what you're about to say, and I'm a little scared, but let's see what happens.
Oh, see, this is where I would flash up like some article that's like horribly offensive, but it's really not like that offensive. But no, we got
Okay.
some news. Well, you've been hearing me say that the solicitations are coming earlier and earlier, right?
Yes, I have heard that. I've heard that. I've heard that you're wrong and insane. I've
Hmm.
heard that you're right and insane.
Yeah,
So,
it's that one, right? And insane
okay.
is correct.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, we do have some solicitations for late May and June to go over with you, and I'm
Oh,
excited.
okay.
Yeah, you're see, this is not that bad, right? It's
All
Marvel, so
right.
you know it's not going to go down a rabbit hole too weird.
No, that's fine, Marvel. Make mine Marvel, or all new Marvel now, today, whatever it is, or June, I guess. But yeah,
It'll be fine. No, well, okay. The foundation of Krakoa begins to crack in the upcoming X-Men Before the Fall one-shot comics.
you said comics as a plural.
Yeah.
That sounds like one comic. That's
No, there's
you're printing.
four. There's four of them. There's four can't miss one shots that will usher in the X-Men's new status quo, Fall of X. Are you excited about this?
Four,
There's
four
four.
Prelude comics.
There's four. Yeah, that's correct. Four Prelude comics that help us introduce the before the. This is Before the Fall, and then we'll have Fall of X that have also started to be advertised. But here we got on Marvel site four one shots starting in late May to June, introducing the prelude of Fall of X.
But okay, why do we do four one shots instead of Before the Fall 1 through 4?
Money.
Oh,
No, no, wait, that doesn't make sense. An answer actually.
no. I know more and more people who are skipping these sort of things because they don't know which order to read them in, and
Mm,
it's too confusing.
we live in a confusing time. That's sure.
Okay.
All right, well, here we go. So, starting in May, these titles will tie up long simmering plot lines, reintroduce major players, and put the pieces in place for the dramatic events of the third annual Hellfire Gala, which will also be happening before we get to Fall of X.
Is the Hellfire Gala a one shot again, or is that like a?
No, it'll be several comics, apparently.
But I thought they went to, like, the last one was like a one shot kind of, but I guess also set up Dark Web.
Well, and also tied in a bunch of the regular titles as well. Don't you remember that major storyline that happened last year when Moira, took over Mary Jane's body, and that was like a major deal. Do you remember that?
I do remember that. I remember people reacting about it, and then I remember nothing happens and no one talked about it.
Well, this year, not just we're getting these four one shots. That is the prelude to Fall of X, which will lead into the Hellfire Gala, which will also usher in the Fall of X. This will also reveal the new X-Men vote, which starts today.
Huh.
Yeah, you ready to see
Do
these
we?
comics?
Uh, sure. Do Have we ever really seen the full team in action, being the X-Men at
No.
any? Okay. All
Yeah.
right.
Okay, let's look at these comics now. I think you're going to love this. First of all, we got Sons of X #1, and here it is.
Oh. Well, that's
Yep.
that's Nimrod. Okay, I like Nimrod.
There's Nimrod. Yeah.
Yeah.
And then we got Nightcrawler down there. He's a demon now.
Sure.
He's horny.
I see what you did there.
Yeah. All right. And we got Legion. And then we
Yeah.
got Sister Mercy. I think that's the name of this character.
Sure.
Or,
Every X fan's favorite.
yeah. These are Sons of X. There's really only two sons on this picture, though, and only
There's a
one.
lot of
Hmm,
there's a lot of not men on this
that's very
cover.
judgmental of you.
Yeah.
Yeah. All right. Well, this one, what happens here? Cy Spurrier, Phil Noto.
Okay.
Okay.
I like Phil Noto. I know
Yeah.
there are a lot of there are some people out there who get very weird about Phil Noto. I like Phil Noto.
I like Noto as well on the right projects. I think that he's definitely
Sure.
somebody you put him on. There's certain projects I think it works, certain projects it doesn't. But this is a battle between two titans of the X universe. A man of innumerable personalities versus the most powerful AI in the universe. Legion versus Nimrod. So Nightcrawler's in Orcus's clutches. David Haller and his allies. Haller will have to confront the mastermind who destroyed Warlock and nearly took Krakoa with him, but Nightcrawler's not himself, and Legion's allies aren't all they seem to be either.
Okay.
Yeah. I think hidden in this issue, they're kind of stealthily telling you that this title has been canceled. Cy Spurrier's title, I think, is actually over.
Okay.
So anyway, Legionnaires. All right, well, let's keep going here. I didn't sense a lot of excitement with this one, but how about this one? The Heralds of Apocalypse, #1.
Okay. All right. Apocalypse is sure. There's okay.
Yeah. This one's Al Ewing, Luca Bizzari. And this is the long-awaited return of Apocalypse. So, since the shocking ending of Ten of Swords, Apocalypse and his family have battled for survival in the harsh land of Amnith. Do they rule over this twisted world, or do its demonic inhabitants rule them? And how has Apocalypse felt about the choices the Quiet Council has made in his absence?
I don't think I thought he didn't care about the council. He left. It
Yeah.
seemed like he left because he doesn't care. And I feel like do they rule over this twisted world, or its demonic inhabitants rule them? I feel like it's the latter. Like when you write it like that, I think you're telling everyone it's the latter.
It probably is the latter.
Those two.
But
yeah.
But hey, they've got, I think, Pepe Larraz there doing the cover, so you're reminded of when they had decent artists on this.
That was he was really really great.
Yep.
I really liked when he would draw X-Men. He was very good at that.
Well, we're not done yet. This is only 2, so let's get to the third one. Mutants First Strike, #1.
Oh, is that a commentary on U.S. foreign policy into Iraq?
Yes.
Okay.
And here's our cover. Looks like some people are being digested.
I don't like that.
This is written by Steve Orlando and Valentina Pinti. Okay.
Oh, I've seen her art before. I think I like her. Yeah.
It's a mutant mystery for the ages. Steve Orlando and Valentina. A deadly mutant attacks an innocent small town, but nothing is what it seems. Jean Grey, Cyclops, and Bishop tasked with a routine mission, but as they dig deeper, they uncover a hidden truth that will send shockwaves through mutant kind.
That's one of those cool solicits where you learn nothing outside of 3 of the characters that are going to be in the story.
Yes, that is true.
I really wish that cover. I mean, I'm not saying it's untalented, but I hate everything about that cover. I don't like what's going on there.
It looks like they're going somewhere.
Yeah, I know. I'm not into that. Nope.
Yeah. Okay. We all right. Obvious jokes made. All right. Sinister 4, #1. And in this one, we've got, let's see what we got here. Kieran Gillen, all right. Paco Medina, all right.
Okay. All right.
And 4 Sinisters plot their next move in X-Men Sinister 4. In the aftermath of Sins of Sinister, all 4 Sinisters have been unmasked. They've got a taste for universal control, but their true plans for mutant kind are just beginning.
I feel like every event And I get that this is a prelude, so like that's like kind of what you slap on to like solicitations for any prelude issue is it's just the beginning because yeah, but
Sure.
also it feels like we're forever in a state of and it's just the beginning. And
Yeah. Well, yeah.
it gets tiresome. I'm glad that Sinister's now uh, Kang
Sure. Why not?
because he's in the movies now. He's going to be in that movie.
Do you think it's a little weird that just stickler for details here that Nightcrawler they've got 4 one shots that are the prelude to this event, and Spurrier is doing the thing where Nightcrawler has grown horns and turned more demonic, and in this one he's on the cover looking kind of just like himself.
Well, you're assuming that this is linear in any way.
Well, that's true, but I mean this is on sale in July, and I mean, these are the 4 books that are leading up to this big event. Don't you think they'd kind of organize those 4 books a little bit? I'm
I
trying.
feel like this is on you at this point.
That's okay. That's fair. That's
Yeah.
fair. Let's take it. We're also advertising the Hellfire Gala X Vote, which starts January 31st. Today, actually, it's secret. It's tomorrow. But here is the X Vote, and we've got this. Looks like brown X symbol with some hair on it. Tomorrow, and this will be the vote. Yeah.
What? Who wants this?
Fans.
Has anyone been happy with any of the X-Men added to the teams through the voting?
I'm sure. No.
Okay.
Yeah. Yeah.
Exciting.
So are you? I take it then you're not going to be voting?
I mean, I'll vote. Sure. Why not? Right.
All right.
Because if you don't vote,
You have no right to complain.
Exactly.
Yeah, that is how that works. So we see a lot of this stuff. We've got 4 issues here. I guess my question to you is, are you excited about where all this is going?
But I don't know where it's going. There's none of that is giving me any indication on anything going anywhere. It's just like that was a lot of someone's gonna fight somebody and it's only the beginning over and over again. So I have no idea where it's going. Why I can't be excited.
Do you have a hope of where it's going?
I genuinely have no idea. I don't know who has an idea. Do you know where it's going?
It's going. It's going as long as people keep buying it, I guess.
Because but I don't know where it's going. It's just people are still doing things, and I guess they're in trouble. Except they're not because they can't die, but they can kind of die because they get resurrected, and now maybe in 10 years they'll all be a little sinister or not, or maybe it happens sooner or not, or there's 4 sinister, there's a lot of sinisters, and he has a plan that I get that it's a bad plan and we don't want that to happen. I'm still not entirely sure what his end goal is. It's like, is he what he wants to rule stuff, I guess, and I don't know.
There's reasons. I mean, it's okay. Well, look, before we end the fun, there is actually one more. So we actually have a solicitation for a series coming out in August.
Huh.
So
that's pretty far away from now.
It is pretty far away, but here you go. It is Ghost Rider Wolverine Weapons of Vengeance. And this will be written by Ben Percy and drawn by Jeff Shaw. And this is a kind of mini series plus little event. And so it starts in August, actually goes longer than that. This will kick off in Ghost Rider Wolverine Weapons of Vengeance Alpha. And then we will get, in theory, Ghost Rider number 17, Wolverine number 36, and potentially some other issues there, but it will end in Ghost Rider Wolverine Weapons of Vengeance Omega. And they advertise it this way. Just tell me how much you love this pitch. Wolverine is metal. Ghost Rider is metal. Together, their adamantium and chrome weigh in as heavy metal.
What does that mean?
Heavy metal.
But okay,
Storm is punk rock. Wolverine and Ghost Rider are heavy metal.
Okay, well, all right. Well, first off, Wolverine knows better than to ride a motorcycle like that.
that is true. Yes.
Secondly,
yeah,
that fire's gonna mess up those tires. Like, forget it. You're not going anywhere, guys. Like, especially keep in mind, Wolverine weighs a lot because I don't know if you know this. He's got an adamantium skeleton.
Yeah.
They don't talk about it that much.
That's the heavy metal.
Yeah. So he's already putting a lot of weight on those tires, and he's not driving it correctly. And there's fire. I mean, that's not going to end well.
Well, before you judge, there's a little bit more information here. So basically, this series spins out of Fall of X. Wolverine is on the run after the shocking events of Fall of X, while Johnny is following a path of destruction. But here's the catch, and this is, I know you'll be excited by this because this is pretty much untapped stuff that they've never really dealt with at Marvel. The story unites Logan and Johnny in the present, and Wolverine is investigating, brace yourself, a new Weapons Plus program. One that specializes and experiments in the arsenal of hell and finds himself conscripted as a weapon of vengeance. And the only one capable of stopping him is Johnny fucking Blaze. Rev your engines, pop your claws.
Did they actually put fucking in the...
Well, they put a bunch of symbols, but I'm trying. In theory, it could have been like Johnny Shit Blaze or Johnny Bitch Blaze, or could have been. But I'm guessing they meant fucking.
But okay, I'm looking at this, and I'm seeing like Ghost Rider Wolverine. I'm looking at that trade dress. I'm looking at the logo. I'm looking at the art for the cover.
Mm-hmm.
To me, it feels like if you're doing Ghost Rider Wolverine, you are trying to appeal to that 90s comics reader, like the early days of the newer X-Men title, and crossing over and extreme kind of stuff with the X-Men and Ghost Rider, which is a thing that happened.
Right.
So it seems like you're trying to lean into that. But then you're like, we need to get people who are excited about that kind of stuff. So we want to encourage people who are nostalgic for that.
Mm-hmm.
So we're going to do this trade dress and art and coloring and do it in a way that will not at all appeal to the people we're trying to appeal with this product.
Oh, come on. This screams heavy metal. Look at it. I mean, it's got purple blasts, and I mean, all of this just looks like a Metallica cover.
Yeah, it's but I don't know who this is for. It feels like I know who this is for until I look at that, and then I'm like, I guess I don't know who this is for anymore.
I think it's for suckers.
Well, I mean, if you're spending $4.99 on a comic, or how much is this comic? Does it say?
Well, it's an alpha. It doesn't say. I would guess Well, yeah, maybe it does say. Let me go on back to the. Let me head on back to the solicitations here, which aren't technically coming out. $6.99 for the elf
Oh,
issue.
$6.99.
That is correct, sir.
Uh wow. Just does it say how many pages it's supposed to be?
It does not, which is kind of unusual. It's an
So
alpha issue, so I'd assume 40. It's typically how they come in.
okay, so I guess that you're saving money because normally it would be two $3.99 issues, but together you're saving $1. I guess is the
Well, I mean, the real question here is how can you not buy this?
yeah. I mean,
I suspect you're going to have an answer to that.
yeah, but I feel like again I'm really confused. Like how this seems like the kind of thing that if you're going to do this, you're why are you doing it in the current sort of style and everything. This seems like the kind of thing you give a call to like Howard Mackey or something like that, and you ask him to do like a 2 or 3 issue thing, and maybe you get like a Will Sportatio or something like that to draw it.
Yeah,
You lean into that. You know.
you could do that. I think that's X-Men Legends, but this is another way that allows you to do it. With 4 comic books that cost money.
It's or I guess you do something that like are people like in like leaning into this like heavy metal. It's like again like who's this for? Like I don't know. You talk to someone under 30, they're not all like oh man, heavy metal, like that's they don't say things like that because it's weird.
They don't? Oh, shit, I've been doing it all wrong.
Yeah.
Yeah. Rock and roll, kids. Lives forever.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's funny. Rock and roll hasn't been a popular genre in decades, and people keep acting like it is.
That's very fetch of you, Joe.
Yeah. I
Yeah.
thought, no, I was thinking like fetch is like, no, that was Fleek, and Fleek was like an eyebrow thing. Remember that? People were saying like on Fleek. That's like 8 years ago now or something, and it was like about eyebrows.
Yeah, I was pretty drunk during that period.
Yeah, that was weird. I'm glad that's over.
Well, Joe, thank you very much. So this was not as bad as Linearverse, though. Yeah.
No, it's not bad. It's just I don't like this is a setup for a thing I still don't know or understand, and none of that helped me know or understand where things are going.
Well, maybe next time when we look at next week when we look at some of the December solicits, I look forward to chatting with you.
Oh boy, December solicits?
I mean, I'm just making that up at this point, but
Sure, but I mean August is pretty early, I feel like.
I feel like that's early to be promoting 4 books, but whatever.
It's not on fleek, I'll tell you that.
Yeah, that is true.
Yeah.